I eat. I ate. I will eat.
I eat. I ate. I will eat.
I run. I ran. I will run.
I run. I ran. I will run.
I walk. I walked. I will walk.
I walk. I walked. I will walk.
I write. I wrote. I will write.
I write. I wrote. I will write.
I work. I worked. I will work.
I work. I worked. I will work.
I exercise. I exercised. I will exercise.
I exercise. I exercised. I will exercise.
I dance. I danced. I will dance.
I dance. I danced. I will dance.
I sing. I sang. I will sing.
I sing. I sang. I will sing.
I study. I studied. I will study.
I study. I studied. I will study.
I read. I read. I will read.
I read. I read. I will read.
I play. I played. I will play.
I play. I played. I will play.
I laugh. I laughed. I will laugh.
I laugh. I laughed. I will laugh.
I talk. I talked. I will talk.
I talk. I talked. I will talk.
I cry. I cried. I will cry.
I cry. I cried. I will cry.
I smile. I smiled. I will smile.
I smile. I smiled. I will smile.
I think. I thought. I will think.
I think. I thought. I will think.
I swim. I swam. I will swim.
I swim. I swam. I will swim.
I draw. I drew. I will draw.
I draw. I drew. I will draw.
I paint. I painted. I will paint.
I paint. I painted. I will paint.
I cook. I cooked. I will cook.
I cook. I cooked. I will cook.
I teach. I taught. I will teach.
I teach. I taught. I will teach.
I learn. I learned. I will learn.
I learn. I learned. I will learn.
I speak. I spoke. I will speak.
I speak. I spoke. I will speak.
I solve. I solved. I will solve.
I solve. I solved. I will solve.
I understand. I understood. I will understand.
I understand. I understood. I will understand.
I dream. I dreamed. I will dream.
I dream. I dreamed. I will dream.
I see. I saw. I will see.
I see. I saw. I will see.
I peek. I peeked. I will peek.
I peek. I peeked. I will peek.
I look. I looked. I will look.
I look. I looked. I will look.
I listen. I listened. I will listen.
I listen. I listened. I will listen.
I hear. I heard. I will hear.
I hear. I heard. I will hear.
I go. I went. I will go.
I go. I went. I will go.
I step. I stepped. I will step.
I step. I stepped. I will step.
I crawl. I crawled. I will crawl.
I crawl. I crawled. I will crawl.
I taste. I tasted. I will taste.
I taste. I tasted. I will taste.
I wait. I waited. I will wait.
I wait. I waited. I will wait.
I pack. I packed. I will pack.
I pack. I packed. I will pack.
I share. I shared. I will share.
I share. I shared. I will share.
I ask. I asked. I will ask.
I ask. I asked. I will ask.
I answer. I answered. I will answer.
I answer. I answered. I will answer.
I come. I came. I will come.
I come. I came. I will come.
I leave. I left. I will leave.
I leave. I left. I will leave.
I sleep. I slept. I will sleep.
I sleep. I slept. I will sleep.
I wake. I woke. I will wake.
I wake. I woke. I will wake.
I slice. I sliced. I will slice.
I slice. I sliced. I will slice.
I help. I helped. I will help.
I help. I helped. I will help.
I count. I counted. I will count.
I count. I counted. I will count.
I meet. I met. I will meet.
I meet. I met. I will meet.
I feed. I fed. I will feed.
I feed. I fed. I will feed.
I point. I pointed. I will point.
I point. I pointed. I will point.
I win. I won. I will win.
I win. I won. I will win.
I fight. I fought. I will fight.
I fight. I fought. I will fight.
I sneeze. I sneezed. I will sneeze.
I sneeze. I sneezed. I will sneeze.
I hug. I hugged. I will hug.
I hug. I hugged. I will hug.
I throw. I threw. I will throw.
I throw. I threw. I will throw.
I catch. I caught. I will catch.
I catch. I caught. I will catch.
I lick. I licked. I will lick.
I lick. I licked. I will lick.
I vomit. I vomited. I will vomit.
I vomit. I vomited. I will vomit.
I type. I typed. I will type.
I type. I typed. I will type.
I treat. I treated. I will treat.
I treat. I treated. I will treat.
I tumble. I tumbled. I will tumble.
I tumble. I tumbled. I will tumble.
I flip. I flipped. I will flip.
I flip. I flipped. I will flip.
I travel. I traveled. I will travel.
I travel. I traveled. I will travel.
I fall. I fell. I will fall.
I fall. I fell. I will fall.
I slip. I slipped. I will slip.
I slip. I slipped. I will slip.
I organize. I organized. I will organize.
I organize. I organized. I will organize.
I create. I created. I will create.
I create. I created. I will create.
I have. I had. I will have.
I have. I had. I will have.
I balance. I balanced. I will balance.
I balance. I balanced. I will balance.
I bounce. I bounced. I will bounce.
I bounce. I bounced. I will bounce.
I juggle. I juggled. I will juggle.
I juggle. I juggled. I will juggle.
I skip. I skipped. I will skip.
I skip. I skipped. I will skip.
I sail. I sailed. I will sail.
I sail. I sailed. I will sail.
I row. I rowed. I will row.
I row. I rowed. I will row.
I float. I floated. I will float.
I float. I floated. I will float.
I climb. I climbed. I will climb.
I climb. I climbed. I will climb.
I fly. I flew. I will fly.
I fly. I flew. I will fly.
I ride. I rode. I will ride.
I ride. I rode. I will ride.
I skate. I skated. I will skate.
I skate. I skated. I will skate.
I jump. I jumped. I will jump.
I jump. I jumped. I will jump.
I drive. I drove. I will drive.
I drive. I drove. I will drive.
I bake. I baked. I will bake.
I bake. I baked. I will bake.
I sink. I sank. I will sink.
I sink. I sank. I will sink.
I save. I saved. I will save.
I save. I saved. I will save.
I dive. I dove. I will dive.
I dive. I dove. I will dive.
I drink. I drank. I will drink.
I drink. I drank. I will drink.
I brush. I brushed. I will brush.
I brush. I brushed. I will brush.
I comb. I combed. I will comb.
I comb. I combed. I will comb.
I wear. I wore. I will wear.
I wear. I wore. I will wear.
I lie. I lay. I will lie.
I lie. I lay. I will lie.
I sit. I sat. I will sit.
I sit. I sat. I will sit.
I stand. I stood. I will stand.
I stand. I stood. I will stand.
I kneel. I kneeled. I will kneel.
I kneel. I kneeled. I will kneel.
I seek. I sought. I will seek.
I seek. I sought. I will seek.
I hide. I hid. I will hide.
I hide. I hid. I will hide.
I lock. I locked. I will lock.
I lock. I locked. I will lock.
I hit. I hit. I will hit.
I hit. I hit. I will hit.
I light. I lit. I will light.
I light. I lit. I will light.
I hold. I held. I will hold.
I hold. I held. I will hold.
I hang. I hung. I will hang.
I hang. I hung. I will hang.
I carry. I carried. I will carry.
I carry. I carried. I will carry.
I shoot. I shot. I will shoot.
I shoot. I shot. I will shoot.
I bring. I brought. I will bring.
I bring. I brought. I will bring.
I feel. I felt. I will feel.
I feel. I felt. I will feel.
I say. I said. I will say.
I say. I said. I will say.
I tell. I told. I will tell.
I tell. I told. I will tell.
I call. I called. I will call.
I call. I called. I will call.
I shout. I shouted. I will shout.
I shout. I shouted. I will shout.
I whistle. I whistled. I will whistle.
I whistle. I whistled. I will whistle.
I disguise. I disguised. I will disguise.
I disguise. I disguised. I will disguise.
I pick. I picked. I will pick.
I pick. I picked. I will pick.
I kiss. I kissed. I will kiss.
I kiss. I kissed. I will kiss.
I lift. I lifted. I will lift.
I lift. I lifted. I will lift.
I put. I put. I will put.
I put. I put. I will put.
I take. I took. I will take.
I take. I took. I will take.
I mistake. I mistook. I will mistake.
I mistake. I mistook. I will mistake.
I squat. I squatted. I will squat.
I squat. I squatted. I will squat.
I clap. I clapped. I will clap.
I clap. I clapped. I will clap.
I knock. I knocked. I will knock.
I knock. I knocked. I will knock.
I mix. I mixed. I will mix.
I mix. I mixed. I will mix.
I show. I showed. I will show.
I show. I showed. I will show.
I steal. I stole. I will steal.
I steal. I stole. I will steal.
I hurt. I hurt. I will hurt.
I hurt. I hurt. I will hurt.
I pull. I pulled. I will pull.
I pull. I pulled. I will pull.
I push. I pushed. I will push.
I push. I pushed. I will push.
I water. I watered. I will water.
I water. I watered. I will water.
I watch. I watched. I will watch.
I watch. I watched. I will watch.
I rake. I raked. I will rake.
I rake. I raked. I will rake.
I start. I started. I will start.
I start. I started. I will start.
I finish. I finished. I will finish.
I finish. I finished. I will finish.
I open. I opened. I will open.
I open. I opened. I will open.
I close. I closed. I will close.
I close. I closed. I will close.
I kick. I kicked. I will kick.
I kick. I kicked. I will kick.
I punch. I punched. I will punch.
I punch. I punched. I will punch.
I pass. I passed. I will pass.
I pass. I passed. I will pass.
I fail. I failed. I will fail.
I fail. I failed. I will fail.
I wash. I washed. I will wash.
I wash. I washed. I will wash.
I dry. I dried. I will dry.
I dry. I dried. I will dry.
I cut. I cut. I will cut.
I cut. I cut. I will cut.
I color. I colored. I will color.
I color. I colored. I will color.
I knit. I knitted. I will knit.
I knit. I knitted. I will knit.
I sculpt. I sculpted. I will sculpt.
I sculpt. I sculpted. I will sculpt.
I fold. I folded. I will fold.
I fold. I folded. I will fold.
I glue. I glued. I will glue.
I glue. I glued. I will glue.
I plant. I planted. I will plant.
I plant. I planted. I will plant.
I fish. I fished. I will fish.
I fish. I fished. I will fish.
I dig. I dug. I will dig.
I dig. I dug. I will dig.
I give. I gave. I will give.
I give. I gave. I will give.
I get. I got. I will get.
I get. I got. I will get.
I present. I presented. I will present.
I present. I presented. I will present.
I build. I built. I will build.
I build. I built. I will build.
I destroy. I destroyed. I will destroy.
I destroy. I destroyed. I will destroy.
I lose. I lost. I will lose.
I lose. I lost. I will lose.
I find. I found. I will find.
I find. I found. I will find.
I slide. I slid. I will slide.
I slide. I slid. I will slide.
I swing. I swung. I will swing.
I swing. I swung. I will swing.
I add. I added. I will add.
I add. I added. I will add.
I subtract. I subtracted. I will subtract.
I subtract. I subtracted. I will subtract.
I lead. I led. I will lead.
I lead. I led. I will lead.
I follow. I followed. I will follow.
I follow. I followed. I will follow.
I shake. I shook. I will shake.
I shake. I shook. I will shake.
I marry. I married. I will marry.
I marry. I married. I will marry.
I divorce. I divorced. I will divorce.
I divorce. I divorced. I will divorce.
I buy. I bought. I will buy.
I buy. I bought. I will buy.
I sell. I sold. I will sell.
I sell. I sold. I will sell.
I clean. I cleaned. I will clean.
I clean. I cleaned. I will clean.
I mop. I mopped. I will mop.
I mop. I mopped. I will mop.
I sweep. I swept. I will sweep.
I sweep. I swept. I will sweep.
I smell. I smelled. I will smell.
I smell. I smelled. I will smell.
I bite. I bit. I will bite.
I bite. I bit. I will bite.
I spin. I spun. I will spin.
I spin. I spun. I will spin.
I break. I broke. I will break.
I break. I broke. I will break.
I fix. I fixed. I will fix.
I fix. I fixed. I will fix.
I tie. I tied. I will tie.
I tie. I tied. I will tie.
I beat. I beat. I will beat.
I beat. I beat. I will beat.
I bend. I bent. I will bend.
I bend. I bent. I will bend.
I sew. I sewed. I will sew.
I sew. I sewed. I will sew.
I blow. I blew. I will blow.
I blow. I blew. I will blow.
I burn. I burned. I will burn.
I burn. I burned. I will burn.
I choose. I chose. I will choose.
I choose. I chose. I will choose.
I ring. I rang. I will ring.
I ring. I rang. I will ring.
I do. I did. I will do.
I do. I did. I will do.
I raise. I raised. I will raise.
I raise. I raised. I will raise.
I grow. I grew. I will grow.
I grow. I grew. I will grow.
I change. I changed. I will change.
I change. I changed. I will change.
I pay. I paid. I will pay.
I pay. I paid. I will pay.
I measure. I measured. I will measure.
I measure. I measured. I will measure.
I yawn. I yawned. I will yawn.
I yawn. I yawned. I will yawn.
I pat. I patted. I will pat.
I pat. I patted. I will pat.
I chase. I chased. I will chase.
I chase. I chased. I will chase.
I die. I died. I will die.
I die. I died. I will die.
I tear. I tore. I will tear.
I tear. I tore. I will tear.
I escape. I escaped. I will escape.
I escape. I escaped. I will escape.
I march. I marched. I will march.
I march. I marched. I will march.
I divide. I divided. I will divide.
I divide. I divided. I will divide.